winners? Let the pros show you how to make money. General Manager Al DeMarco, a regular contributor on Fox Sports, MSNBC, and Comcast Sports TV, brings over 25 years of handicapping experience to the table. CEO Steve Budin, the author of Bets, Drugs, and Rock and Roll, is the man responsible for creating the online betting industry. Together, they lead PickNation.com, your number one source for winners.
You know, guys, at this time of year, you've got to look for your college football winners with particular circumstances always being taken into account. For example, which teams are coming off devastating losses, which really have ruined their season? Or perhaps in the case of the first game I'm going to talk about today, which team has something to play for and perhaps needs to run up the score. Hi everyone, Al DeMarco here. I am General Manager of the world's largest online sports gambling community, PickNation.com, and I've been joining you here for the past 6 years on FoxSports.com, giving you top college and pro football plays from a point spread perspective. I've been a professional sports handicapper for 25 years. Now that doesn't mean I win every single day, but over the long haul I certainly have, cashing in with 9 of the last 10 seasons. And this has been a very difficult week. I mean, the whole Justin Bieber, Selena Gomez breakup, are they going to get together? Does he still like her? Does he still want her? I mean, this has really upset my whole handicapping philosophy and my work ethic this week, but I'm going to try to muddle through and give you some winners. Okay, let's start with Kansas State. As I alluded to in my opening, listen, Kansas State, just like Oregon, just like Notre Dame, they've got to win, and they've got to win impressively. They've got to impress the computers, if that's possible, and they've got to impress the humans that are voting for them in the polls. So to see K-State laying 13 points at Baylor, boom, just mark down the Wildcats in that one. Listen, they struggled a bit offensively against a decent TCU team last week, but they did win in Fort Worth in that game, 23-10. And it's hard to go against a team that's 10-0 straight up and 8-2 against the spread and has covered 17 of its last 22 regular season outings. Baylor? Seriously? The Bears? I mean, listen, last year was RG3, okay? But last year, just like this year, the Bears don't play any defense. Last week, they gave up 42 in a loss to Oklahoma. They're 1-5 in their last 6 straight up. The only win coming against Kansas. They are giving up 520 yards a game and 39.4 points. As I said, Kansas State needs to win big. Kansas State, welcome to Baylor. This is all you've got to do. And for K-State, remember, it's no look-ahead game because after this one, Kansas State is idle till December 1st when it takes on Texas in its season finale. So it's a great spot to jump on Bill Snyder's team again as they look for another ATS win, number 18 in their last 23 regular season games. Next game. Guys, you may have laughed last week when I gave you Clemson minus 32.5 points against Maryland, but who got the last laugh as the Tigers easily covered that number? Now they're laying 17 points against NC State, and you're saying, okay, Al, you know, how can I possibly ride Clemson again? They beat up Maryland 45-10. They've won 6 in a row straight up. They've covered 7 straight games, but aren't you asking me to lay the wood one too many times? Absolutely not, guys. Listen, this Clemson team has revenge on its mind because remember, last year they went to Raleigh, and as a 7.5-point chalk, they lost that game 37-13. So I think it's a great spot to take Clemson. And what really has encouraged me about the Tigers, we all know they can score, okay? But it's been the defense. The defense of the Clemson Tigers has allowed just 60 total points in the last 4 games. 60 points in 4 games. Remember last year they were giving up 60 points per game, it seemed. So I'm going to go with them. They've got the offense. They've scored 37 or more points in 9 consecutive games. Yes, they have South Carolina in their home finale next week. But this game is at home as well. They've got revenge as added motivation. And, hey, they're right there in the thick of the top 10. They're right there in the race for the ACC title game possibilities as well. So, again, I'm going to go and lay the points here with Clemson. Remember, this North Carolina State team has not played well defensively on the road. They gave up 44 points to Miami. They gave up 46 points already this season. They gave up 45 when they lost to North Carolina a couple weeks ago, and you can't deny that NC State has not played well here in Vegas, going 3-6-1 against the spread this season. So I say go ahead and lay it with the Clemson Tigers. Now, guys, these are my free picks, and I do exceptionally well over the years with my free picks. But if you want my best bet today, well, you can get it for free. In fact, you can get my best bet and the best bet of all 10 handicappers at picknation.com for free, no strings attached. Just check out the one-day all-access pass at picknation.com. Now, you're going to be getting $500, $600, maybe even $700 worth of action for free, no strings attached. We're the only people in the industry that would do it because we feel we're that confident that we have a collection of handicappers that can make you money over the long term in every single sport all season long. So again, you go to picknation.com, you click on the one-day all-access pass. It's a free one-day trial. You get my best bet and the best bet of every single handicapper at the site for free, no strings attached. Now, let's head to the Big Ten. Penn State is on a 7-2 ATS run. The Lions, 2 losses in that stretch. Ohio State at home, Nebraska last week. And it was really a tough loss in Lincoln because I thought the Lions were going to actually win that game straight up, but they couldn't hold on. They lost the game 32-23. So again, they have covered 7 of their last 9 games. The 2 losses, Nebraska and Ohio State, 2 of the best teams in the conference. Well, now we have a bottom dweller, the Indiana Hoosiers, coming to Happy Valley, and I think the Lions are going to be happy because, listen, Indiana, because Ohio State's ineligible, because Penn State's is ineligible, you know, Indiana's game against Wisconsin last week was a monstrous game for the Hoosiers because there was a chance they could finish near the top of the Big Ten standings of those teams that were eligible to finish at the top of the standings, if you know what I mean. So what happened? Well, Wisconsin absolutely smoked them 62-14. The Badgers ran for 564 yards. The one thing that I like about the Lions as the season has progressed, they have become very effective running the ball. Their quarterback has already had a great season under first-year coach O'Brien. Listen, they lost to Wisconsin last week at home. Okay, they had won their 2 previous games against Illinois and Iowa. They're all lightweights. Illinois, Iowa, Indiana. It must be something with all these teams starting with I's. I go with Penn State in this one. This Indiana team, I had to write it down because, listen, guys, listen to these numbers they're giving up defensively. They gave up 31 points on the road to Navy. They gave up 52 points to Ohio State. They gave up 31 points to Michigan State, 44 points to Northwestern, 41 points to Ball State. I think Penn State can put 40 up here, and I think they'll easily cover the spread with a 23-24 point win, laying to 18.5 points in this one. One quick note before I get to your final free selection, which is going to be on Miami, Florida, and South Florida. Remember, every single week at picknation.com, we have a free fantasy football league contest, $500 in total prize money, first place worth $125, and the top 20 finish in the money. And it's not like your old-fashioned rotisserie leagues and fantasy leagues where you had to wait till the end of December to cash in. No, this is a weekly contest. It's over when the Bears and 49ers are over on Monday night and payouts are on Tuesday. So check it out. It's free to enter. If you entered last week, enter again. It's free to enter every single week. Top 20 finish in the money. $500 in total prize money over at picknation.com. Miami of Florida, 41-40 loss last week to Virginia. Not surprising because the Cavaliers have played so strong here of late. Yes, they have lost 5 of their last 6 games, but keep in mind, Miami at home has covered 4 straight. Remember their last home game? It was the upset in that nationally televised Thursday contest of Virginia Tech a couple of weeks back. It's their home finale. Great spot to take the Hurricanes here. I think they're dead cheap here at this price, 7.5 points. South Florida, big deal. They beat Connecticut 13-6. But they also lost their starting quarterback, B.J. Daniels. Keep in mind, the prior 7 games against Connecticut, this South Florida team had given up 37 points, 27 points, 37 points, 30 points, 31 points, 23 points, 31 points. I need an abacus to put these numbers all together. The point is, defensively, you can score on South Florida. I think the Hurricanes will. I think the Hurricanes should be laying at least 10, 10.5, 7.5, bargain basement price. Lay the wood, go with Miami of Florida. Listen, guys, I've got a daily video report every single day over at picknation.com with more bad jokes, excellent free picks, in-depth analysis, money-saving discount coupons as well. Check it out, picknation.com. And remember, right here on foxsports.com on Sunday, you'll catch the Countdown to Kickoff program as we break down all of your top NFL games once again from a point spread perspective. So until then, we'll see you next week.